All right, hello and welcome to another session of FitEssentials. My name is Shauna. I'll be taking you through class today. First, our disclaimer, and then we're going to start on our feet. You're about to engage in intense physical activity. Proceed with caution. Do not attempt to perform any movement or activity that exceeds your current physical capabilities. Participants with injuries, high blood pressure, chronic health conditions, recent chest pain, or that have any other condition that may limit their ability to participate in this activity should consult their physician or healthcare provider before proceeding. So with that, let's go ahead and come to our feet and we'll get started. All right, I'm gonna start with our breathing here. So we're gonna set our feet right underneath our hips. Take a nice deep breath in, stack your shoulders over your hips. We're gonna bring the palms in front of the chest. We're gonna breathe in, stretch up nice and tall, lengthen through your spine. Fill the lungs with air and exhale, relax those arms down to the side. Very good. 2 more cycles there. Feel free to close the eyes. Breathe in, stretch. Exhale, relax. Awesome. Last one. Breathe and reach. And let it all the way out. Very good. We're going to go ahead and turn. Let's turn to your right. I'm going to turn to my left so we can mirror each other. So set your front foot nice and strong. Step your opposite leg back. We're going to just start with this, your left arm, just making nice big circles, opening through the chest and shoulders. Kind of shift the hip forward as you reach in front of the body, and then rotate behind you as you reach back. Good. Stretch up. Spread the fingers as well. Make a nice wide handprint. Just see how big you can go. We're going to go 2 more here, about 5 total. Opening the chest, hips, and shoulders. 1 more. There you go. Good. Hanging on to your balance, and then we'll just pivot the other way. Same thing, other side. So again, engage that glute a little bit as you shift the hip forward as you reach in front of the body. Circling up and kind of follow it with your gaze. Stretching back behind. Good job. About 5 total here. Good. Open and twist. Couple more. Reaching up and around. There you go. Last one. Up and around all the way through. Fantastic. Go ahead and walk your feet in just underneath the hips, toes pointing straight ahead. Palms on the thighs, chin to the chest. We're going to go into our Jefferson curl here. We're just rounding forward, waking up the back side of the body, kind of hanging down, reaching towards your toes. When you get to that bottom position, have a little bit of bend in the knees and breathe into the back. Breathe in deep and exhale, hang just a little bit lower, staying engaged through the midsection. 1 more time, breathe in and out. And then when you're ready, start to trace yourself back up, shoulders back, and all the way through. Fantastic. From here, we're going to start to pick up the pace a little bit into either a jumping jack or a stepping jack. Good. There you go. Reaching up high to overhead, open the chest. Fantastic. Getting a little bit of blood flow. All right, next we're going to take it into a march. Stand up nice and tall, shoulders right over the hips, opposite arm, opposite leg, lift the knee, lift the foot as well. Good. Fantastic. Pulling up through the core. All right, about 10 seconds here. Then we're going to go 1 more round through, back to those step jacks or jump jacks. And you can either do this march again or a skip. All right, here we go. Either stepping jacks or jumping jacks. Nice. Fantastic. Good job. Halfway through. All right, 2, 1, either march, or if you'd like to add a little hop to it, you can skip, either in place or around your area. Very good. Fantastic. Waking up the body, having some fun. Another 10 seconds here. There you go. 2, 1, and bringing it down. Nice deep breath. Walk the feet back in underneath the hips. We're going to repeat that Jefferson curl again. Chin to the chest. Slide the hands down the legs. A little bit of a bend in the knees so you're not hyperextended there. Staying engaged in that midsection. Find your bottom position. Breathe into your back. Hang a little bit lower. One more breath. And then make your way back up. Very good. Walk those feet out nice and wide. Slight bend the knees, feet firmly planted, arms out to the side. And now we're going to go into our windmills. Hinging back. Squeeze the glutes as you stand. Hinge and up. Good. Over and up. Reaching towards that opposite foot. You might start about knee level. Maybe you stay there. Or if you feel like you're getting a little bit more length, and can reach a little bit farther each time. See where your body's at today. Let's get about one more each side. Fantastic. All right, let's go ahead and make our way down to the floor. A couple more stretches there, and then we're going to work into some core and glute activation. So let's start. We're going to stretch out the forearms a little bit first, kind of warm up the wrist. So we're going to go palms down, fingers towards you. And then just gently rock back. And then we'll rock side to side. Just feeling for any tension through the forearms. Kind of pivot yourself around here. And switch directions when you're ready. Pivot the other way. Very good. Go ahead and sit up or kneel, and then we're going to roll them around. Making circles through the wrist. And then through the elbows as well. There we go. And then turn those elbows the other way. Nice, Sharon. It might be the video. It looks like Sharon's like in slow motion there. Gotta love Zoom. All right, everybody, we're gonna go onto our backs next for some glute bridges. So lie back. We're gonna have the feet flat on the floor, knees bent. And before we go into those bridges, just let's loosen up that low back just a little bit. So we'll start by hugging both knees into the chest. And just gently rock yourself side to side. Loosen up any tension in the low back. You can either stay there, or if everything feels good there, release the hands, arms out to the side. And now we're going to go into what we call 2-knee twist, where you keep the knees together, use your core to bring the legs towards one side of the body as you look over the opposite arm. And then midsection engages, you pull the legs up together and across to the other side. And you're going to look over the opposite side. Start to let those legs drop down. And again, when you're ready, engage the core. Pull the knees up to the other side. Let's get about 2 to 3 on each side. Kind of hang there as you feel. It's fairly normal to get a little bit of sometimes you get a little adjustment in the low back. Just breathing through. All right, once you even yourself out there, then we'll set those feet back on the floor. Make sure your shoulder blades are in a good position. So kind of shimmy yourself around so you get those shoulder blades placed back and down. And then from there, we're going to push through the feet, gently push the hips up and forward, engage those glutes. You can pause in the top and then relax down. So not worried about speed here, but more or less just controlled, gradually opening those hips. And we're going to move here for about 30 seconds. Up and squeeze. Down and relax. Good job. About halfway through. Just trying to wake up the backside of the body, fire in those glutes. and hold, down and relax. Let's get one more there. Driving those hips open, but avoiding any kind of pinch in the low back. So if you get a little bit of a pinch, go down a little bit out of that bridge and then relax down. And we'll go ahead and roll over. We're gonna make our way to all fours and we're gonna do some core activation next. So we're gonna work on our quadruped knee to elbow. So what that means is you're gonna extend one arm out and then get your balance and extend, if I can find enough space here, extend that back leg, keeping the core engaged. Bring your knee towards your elbow underneath the body and then extend nice and long. All right, so we'll start here in 3, 2, 1. Pick the side you want to start on. We'll work about 30 seconds on this side and then we'll switch arms and legs. And just pay attention, especially as you bring the legs and arm under your body, lift up. So you lift up out of that support arm and then fire the glute as you stretch the legs straight back, arms straight out. Up and under and stretching long. Keeping the core strong, making sure you don't arch the back. One more and relax. Good job. Go ahead and get into position. Same thing, opposite side. And 2, 1, here we go. So opposite arm extends, leg extends long, knee to the elbow under the body. Very good. Stretch and reach, under and pause, nice. Most common point we see the arch the back is as you extend long. So hold that midline strong so you're not overarching. Let's get about one more long stretch, in and pause, and relax. Fantastic. Go ahead and walk your knees in together and then just nice and gentle. You're gonna rock the hips side to side here. Kind of stretching out the side of the body. A little bit into the low back. Very good. And then once you finish that, we're going to do our thoracic rotations. So you're going to go hand behind the head, elbow towards the opposite elbow, and then we're going to lift out of that bottom shoulder, peer up towards the ceiling or sky. In and closed, up and open. I like to breathe in as I close and then exhale as you open. Couple more. And last one. Very nice. Same thing, other side. We'll get about 5 on that opposite arm. And then after we get 5 on this opposite arm, we're going to go back to the floor for another round of the glute bridges. If you want to elevate your feet on this next round and make it a little bit more of what we call a hamstring curl, you can do that. In and close, up and open. All right, finish that. If you want to grab a little sip of water, and then we'll make our way onto the back. All right. Again, either feet flat or like I mentioned, you can elevate the feet up if you'd like. Set those shoulder blades back and down. And then if you're ready to start, you can begin. And we're going to be working here for 30 seconds, maybe just a little bit longer. Up and hold, down and relaxed. Working the hamstrings, working the glutes. We're kind of prepping our body. We've got some squats coming up in the next piece. We get through these 3 rounds here of this activation work. Very good. Let's go one more. Hold that open position, fire in the glutes, and then down and relax. Very good. Go ahead and make your way back to all fours for our quadruped knee to elbow. This can be done standing if anyone's got something going on with their wrists, okay, where you're going to go arm to the opposite knee from a standing position. All right. Making sure you have a nice wide handprint, hands right underneath the shoulders, lifting up through the core. And whenever you're ready, you're gonna extend the leg straight back, elbow towards the knee underneath the body. Reach long, in and pause, and stretch it out. Remember, we're focused on that mid-back position, not letting ourselves arch. Very good. Last one. Pause, in, and relax. Fantastic. Feel free if you want to sit up for a second, shake it out. And then we'll come right back down to the other side. Hey, Shirley, good to see you. All right, same thing, other side. 2, 1, and go. We do have another class starting at the top of the hour. So noon your time, Shirley, if you want to jump in on that next one. It's up to you. Good job, everybody. In and pause, and stretch long. Good, 10 more seconds. Control a movement. There you go. Hold, pause, and relax. Fantastic. Thoracic rotations next. So you can either go seated or stay down here on all fours, either up on the hands, or if you want to drop a little bit deeper into this rotation, you could take it down to the forearm. Hand behind the head. Let's get 5 good quality reps here. In and close, lift and open. Breathe in as you close, and then exhale, try to get all the air out of the lungs so you can get a little bit more rotation. Breathe in and out. Nice, couple more. And last one. Very nice. Go ahead and switch sides when you're ready. 5 quality reps on the other side. Pause in that open position. Peer over that shoulder. Breathe in to close. Exhale to open. It's really great to just practice this rotation through the rib cage, keeping everything open and moving. Keeps our shoulders happy, our neck happy, our low back, all of it's interconnected. A lot of times this is given as like a rehab type of exercise, but ideally we do it before we have pain, just to keep that body happy. All right, great job, everybody. One more cycle, that glute activation and core work. So one more time onto your back. And we'll do a couple more stretches before we move into our second piece. All right, either feet flat on the ground, or if you want to elevate them up, set those shoulders. And then whenever you're ready, we're gonna go just over 30 seconds here. Open and close. Nice job. And imagine pulling that chin in as well. This is a good activity to also not just activate the glutes, but to open up the back of the neck. So as you push your hips open, pull that chin in towards the chest. And especially if you're stiff in the back of the neck, you'll feel just a little bit of an opening back there. Let's get one last one. Beautiful. All right, before we rush onto the other side, let's go ahead and take advantage of being down here on our backs, and let's open up our hips a bit. So we're going to go glute stretch first, pull the knee towards the same side shoulder, and then bring it across the body to isolate this glute area here. And as you're stretching that glute, go ahead and roll your ankle around a few times. 3 to 5 one way, and 3 to 5 the other. There you go. And then we'll extend that one out. Same thing, other side. Pull the knee first towards the same side shoulder, and then gently sweep it across the torso, isolating the glute, and rolling the ankle around. Very good. And then we'll move from the glute stretch into our figure 4. So we'll take the foot to the opposite thigh, Legs up, you're gonna hug that leg in towards the chest, opening up that outer hip. And then at the same time here, we can include the hamstring into it, where you're gonna extend the leg, point the foot, pull the foot towards your face, and bend the knee back down, hugging that leg in towards the chest. Good job. Let's go about 3 of those. Extend, point, pull it towards your face, and bend her back down. And last one, up, point, lift, and down and in. Fantastic. Same thing other side. Hugging it in, up, point, lift, and then just take note here. Do you feel a little bit more tension on one side versus the other? If so, that's a good indicator that it's a great stretch to give a little bit extra attention to outside of classes. I tell people that if you notice differences from one side of the body to the other, when you stretch your most limited side first, then stretch your better side, and then come back and give that limited side a little bit more love. So basically you stretch the side that you're looking to improve twice. Fantastic. All right, once you finish that, take it back to all fours. One more round of those quadruped knee to elbows. And then we're gonna stretch out our quads and make our way to our feet. All right, remember when you're on your hands, wide handprint, starfish hands. I heard it in another class I took sometime. Activating the wrist, and then whenever you're ready, pick a side to start. Stretch the arm long, opposite leg reaches long, lifting up as you pull the knee towards the elbow. Staying flat through the back, up and in. Breathe and reach. Good. That's the way, Kelly. Yep, just like that. Nice. Good. Let's get one more here. Fantastic. And then we'll switch sides. Same thing other way. Good control as you're extending the opposite arm, opposite leg. We're trying not to have as little shift as possible in that midsection. Breathe in, lengthen. Exhale as you close in. Reach out and in. One more. Long stretch. In and hold. Fantastic. Final round of thoracic rotations. And one more variation here. You could go palm up with the hand behind you. And then you'll just dip your shoulder in towards the opposite side, lift up and rotate. So same idea, just a little variation if you want, or just stick with the other one if that doesn't feel good to you. Get 5 good reps. Remember to follow that rotation with your gaze. Get your neck involved with it as well. Good job. Switch when you're ready. Get in and up and rotate. Last one. Very good. You can either stay on the ground here with me or you can go standing. We're going to go quad stretch next. We're getting ready for some squats. So while I'm down here, I'm going to stay down here. Pick a leg. I'm going to grab that foot. Very good. Heel towards the glute. Gently driving the leg back. Stretching out through the quads. For our next set, we're going to be doing a waiter squat where we'll hold the weight in one hand. Has that like unilateral counterbalance to it. I'm going to be taking you through a total of a full minute of squats. At the 30-second mark, we're going to switch hands. Go ahead and switch legs. After we finish that minute of squats, Then we're gonna take about a 15-second rest and we'll get into position for our single arm row. 30 seconds on each arm with about 10 seconds rest in between. And I'll take you through a total of 3. So if this is your first time or being with us, or if you tend to get sore from squats, you can always just move slower or just kind of be patient throughout. I'll also tell you like every 15 seconds. So you could also squat for 15, wait for 15, switch arms, squat for 15, and wait for 15 on the other side. All right, go ahead and shake that out. If you're down on the floor, go ahead and make your way up to your feet. We'll make sure we're warmed up for those squats, and then we'll get into our first set. So feel free if you want to grab onto a countertop or a chair to help warm up that squat. If you feel good unassisted, that's great too. Set the feet just outside the hips, just a little bit of a toe out. That's going to help open up the hip joints. If you want to hold on to something for balance, usually helps us get a little bit deeper, sinking the hips back. Just gently sway side to side, really warm up that position. Push through your feet and stand. Now one more here, sinking it back, make sure everything feels good. Really important when you're squatting that you keep your heels down, but also I don't want you to lift your toes up. So we're gonna just use the whole foot. Grip the toes, engage that arch of the foot. All right. And then you can either do the row as like a long lunge, or you can support your hand on a bench with slightly bent knees, and it's gonna be our version here, where you pull that elbow nice and high. All right, let's go ahead and grab a drink. Let me know if anybody has any questions. Otherwise, we're gonna get started here in just over 20 seconds with our first set. All right. And for that waiter squat, you're gonna hold one dumbbell up at the shoulder, nice engagement throughout. Set those feet, and 2, 1, here we go. Good control, sinking back, stand tall. Try to give you every 15 seconds here. So like I said, you could just kind of hold here to finish it out if you don't want to get all those squat reps in. There's our first 15. At the 30-second mark, we're going to simply just switch the weight to the opposite arm. Very nice, everybody. Tall chest, good control. And there's 30 seconds. Go ahead and switch arms. Same thing other side, sinking back, standing smooth. Very good. That makes 45 seconds. Nice. Almost there. And 2, 1, and rotate. Very good. Bend over row is next. Pick the arm you want to start on. I'll show the long lunge first. I'm going to start on the left. 2, 1, here we go. Pull that elbow up above the torso, shoulder blade in towards the spine. 30 seconds on each arm for this one. Try to have your head point looking like straight down towards your front foot here, or down towards your hand if you're on a bench. Very good. Up and in. And 2, 1, and rotate. Very nice. Same thing, opposite arm. Reach it forward, and here we go. Elbow high. Breathe in as you reach forward. Exhale as you row up. Good job, halfway. Nice flat back position. Lifting up out of that bottom shoulder. And 2, 1, and rest. Beautiful. We're going to take 20 seconds, and then we're back to our squats. We're doing a total of 3 sets here. So if you are building into it, want to take a round off, I would say rest the second round. Join us again on round 3. Otherwise, pick the arm to start on. 2, 1, here we go. Back to our squats. Good job. Coordinate that breathing. There's 15 seconds. Very good. And there's 30. Go ahead and switch arms. Same thing, other side. Sinking back, standing with confidence. Very good. Yeah, we're reaching that opposite arm, then the arm that doesn't hold the weight. That's 15 seconds into this side. I like to reach it up just to help encourage that chest to stay tall. And 2, 1. There's the end of the round 2 for the squats. Back to that single arm row. All right, nice long stance. Into position. And whenever you're ready, elbow high, reach it forward. And we're focused on keeping our shoulders and hips square on this one. Sometimes we add a rotation to the row, but just everything level today. Very nice. Couple more. Really try to pull that shoulder blade, squeeze it into the spine, and rotate arms. Awesome. Whew. Warming up now. 2, 1, and here we go. Up and in. Reach it forward. Halfway. Two, 1, and all done on that side. Beautiful. Let's give 30 seconds off this round. Time for a little bit of drink. And then we'll finish up that third round of squats and rows. All right, a little bit longer intervals today. We've been building into this, so just make sure, if you haven't, be patient. All right, pick that arm you want to start on, set those feet just outside the hips, slight toe out, and here we go. Sitting back. Breathe in. Exhale, coming up out of that squat. Moving with confidence. Fantastic. There's our first 15. Good, about to switch arms here. And there's halfway, switching arms. As you're starting to get a little bit fatigued, still focus on the good movements. Heels planted, toes grip down. That's 15 seconds in, the second side. Continue to breathe. And 2, 1, rotate. Final round of rows. All right, long stance, 2, 1, here we go. Elbow up, reach it forward. Nice job. Strengthening that back, keeping the shoulder blade so it sits well on the body. Help avoid impingement type of feeling in the shoulder. Last one, in and hold, squeeze it, and relax. Good job. Switch sides. Whew. Got some good breathing going today. 2, 1, here we go. Last time on the rows. Nice. Reach forward, pull it through, pull it high. Bring that weight all the way up into the torso. Like you're trying to pull your wrist into your armpit. Good job. Let's get one more hold at the top for 2, 3, and relax. Fantastic. Shake it out, grab some water. Just one more circuit to go. Whew. All right, our last circuit's got some core work in it. We're gonna be doing some side planks. You're welcome to do them elevated. Okay, I'm gonna be demoing them off the ground. From side planks, we'll go to mountain climbers. Again, you can do these elevated as well. Knees up towards the elbows, keeping the hips square. Then we'll do opposite arm side plank. And then our last movement is the get up. So if you can't get on the ground, you can lay on the couch or just sit in your chair and stand. But ideally, I'd like you all to practice getting on and off the ground. We're going to be doing 30 seconds for the planks and the mountain climbers, and then we'll have a minute for the get ups. So if you're doing the floor, you're going to lay all the way down, all the way flat, arms up to overhead, sit up, and then you can roll to one side. Make sure your knees are in good position, stand tall. All right, if you have the mobility to come all the way through and push up straight from here, you can do that. Or make sure that if you are rolling to one side, that you alternate which side you roll to get up, okay? So be getting up for a minute, 15 seconds in between each movement. As always, if you get there early and want to start early, you can. Add a little bit to it. Otherwise, just kind of be patient, move through, and then we'll finish with some cool down stretches. So once again, it's gonna be left arm side plank, mountain climbers, right arm side plank, and get ups. Any questions before we begin? All right, we'll start here in 15 seconds with that left arm. You want to stack that elbow right underneath the shoulder. You could be on your knees here or on the toes. 2, 1, and here we go. Up and hold. Hips and shoulders nice and square. Breathe. That's 15 seconds. 20. Trying to get all the way to 30. 2, 1, and rotate. Good job. Mountain climbers are next. So you can be elevated or down here on the floor. Remember our starfish hands to support. Hips and shoulders as square as you can. 2, 1, here we go. Knees towards that same side elbow. Some people will jump their feet back and forth. If you're strong in your low back and want to do that, by all means, I like to step them and check in with your elbows. Make sure they're not hyperextended. Grip those fingertips down. Nice, almost there. 2, 1, and rotate. Very good. Side plank on the right. Stack that elbow underneath the shoulder, square the hips, and 2, 1, here we go. Up and hold. Good time to just close the eyes, relax and breathe. I'll keep an eye on that time. That's halfway through, 15 seconds in. You can have the arm in the air, on your side, on your hip, whatever feels comfortable. Just watch that you don't rotate forward up out of that shoulder. So stay square. 2, 1, and rest. Good job. Taking it to your back. Get ups are next. So ideally you want to lie flat on the floor. Nice deep breaths. And 2, 1, here we go. Pull through. Either roll into one side. You can give a little hop at the top if you'd like once you stand tall. However, you can get down and get up. Move well here, move with control. You can roll over to your knees and push through from there. Good support through the arms. Good, coming up on, that's our halfway. So 30 seconds left. Sometimes we call these sunny side burpees as well. Getting down, get it up, but we're face up instead of face down like a traditional burpee. Good job. 15 seconds left. Arms reach to overhead. Maybe one more. Laying back, sitting it up. And 2, 1, rest. Very good. That's round 1. We're going to go back to that left arm side plank. If you need any time off, just give it to yourself. I'm taking you through a total of 4 rounds here. All right, left elbow, 2, 1, and up and hold. Breathe. There's 10 seconds. 20 seconds. Keep lifting up out of that bottom shoulder. Good focus. 3, 2, 1, rotate. Good job. Mountain climbers next. Again, if you want longer than 30 seconds, you can just transition right to it. Wide handprint, hips and shoulders square. Here we go. Knees towards the same side elbow. Watch that you don't have a lot of movement back and forth in that lower body. Good, halfway. Continue to lift up through that mid back. Two, 1, rotate. Awesome, side plank on the right. Doing well. Stack the elbow, square the shoulders, and here we go. Up and hold. Keep those hips elevated up, right in line with the shoulders. That's 15 seconds in. Good job. 3, 2, 1, and take it to your back. Get ups next. Going in 10. So ideally you want to start all the way flat, all the way extended. 2, 1, here we go. Sit up. You can roll to one side or straight on. One of those exercises you're like, no big deal, just get on and off the ground. And then it's like, oh, that really brings up my heart rate. Sometimes it's harder than we imagine. But about as functional as it comes, we want to be able to get on and off the ground so that we don't get stuck down there one day. That's our halfway point, 30 seconds done. 30 seconds to go, moving well. Very good, and then just watch the position of your knees and shoulders as you're getting up. Got about 10 seconds left here. And 2, 1, and rest. Awesome. That's halfway through. If you're doing all 4 rounds, back to that left side plank here. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Quick transitions. Core work can be a little bit more challenged when your breathing gets elevated, so just be patient with yourself. That's halfway through the plank. Lifting and holding. Building that stamina in the midsection, help keep that spine strong and stable. 2, 1, rotate. Awesome. Round 3 of mountain climbers. Good job. Getting those starfish hands ready. Place them right underneath the shoulders. And here we go. Knee towards the same side elbow. If you can touch the knee to the elbow, fantastic. If not, just do the best you can. Keep that breathing going. Driving that knee up kind of compresses our diaphragm down, so it makes the breathing a little bit more challenging. Very nice. Couple more each side. Stay strong, stay elevated through the midsection, and rest. Awesome. Side plank on the right. Woo! Stack that elbow, stack the shoulders. 2, 1, up and hold. Find your focal point. Notice your thoughts. We're oftentimes our own worst enemies, so be positive. That's 20 seconds in, 10 to go. Lift and hold. 2, 1, rest. Onto your back. Guess it's not really a rest. All right, second to last set of get up. So our sunny side burpees. Ready, and 2, 1. Join us if you're not, when you are. Pulling through, standing tall. Engage that lower core as you sit up. Pushing that low back into the floor. And it's totally okay. We reach those arms overhead, so we can kind of use those arms as we get up. People will say, isn't that cheating? But what's great is your arms are tied right into your torso through the lats. So it just helps us to move through that position. We're halfway through, 30 seconds left. Very good. Strong support to that shoulder as you're pushing off the floor. Keeping that shoulder blade back and down. 10 more seconds. Maybe one more, or just stay down there once you get down there. 2, 1. That's the end of 3. All right, if you got time and energy for one more round, we're going in 10 seconds. You've made it through 3 and feel spent, and hey, give yourself a pat on the back and just hang out till our cool down stretches. Here we go. Last cycle. Breathe and hold. Great job. Last time we're planking on this left arm. Continue to lift up out of that support shoulder. 20 seconds in. 2, 1, rotate. Mountain climbers next. Yay, last round of mountain climbers. All right, set your hands in position. Square the hips and shoulders. Here we go. Knee towards that same side elbow. Keep it clean. Hips and shoulders square. Climbing the mountain. Halfway through. My yoga mat doesn't give quite the views of an actual mountain, but hey, we can keep ourselves strong so we can climb mountains throughout our lives, enjoy our body's abilities, and we're resting. Right arm side plank. Way to hang in there, everybody. Good job. Stack the elbows, square the hips and shoulders. Here we go. In an upcoming weeks, we're going to start to give some variations to these side planks. There's lots of different ways to still side plank and add an extra challenge halfway through. And you know, whenever we add extra challenges, you can always just keep with this baseline hold as well if you don't feel quite ready to bump it up. 3, 2, 1, and all done there. Awesome. Just our get-ups. Getting down, getting up. All right, starting on the back. And 2, 1, here we go. Pull that low back into the floor as you pull yourself up. Activating the core. Breathing through. Nice job. That's the way. Move with intention, without rushing it so much that you don't have good movements. Halfway through, everyone. Final 30 seconds. Woo. Final 15 seconds. Final 5 and 2, 1, and all done. Awesome. Great work. Woo woo. Let's grab some water and let's take it down the floor for a cool down stretch. Awesome. All right. Go ahead. We're going to start like old school. If you ever did track or anything as a kid, gym class, runner stretch. So tuck one foot in and just reach your way towards your foot. You can grab the toes, great. If not, just bow forward. Saying hello to the hamstring on that side. Sometimes you might feel it in the low back as well. Very good. From there, we're going to pull both feet in for like our butterfly stretch. Opening the inner thighs. So pull those heels in, sit nice and tall. And then you can gently bow forward. You can either gently like pulse the knees up and down or just let them drop out to the side as you lean forward. One more nice deep breath here. And then let's go ahead and extend out that opposite leg. Runner stretch on the opposite side. Tucking the foot in, sit tall, lean forward. And I mean, we obviously could have like a whole hour of just stretching. So we just kind of touch on some stretching in these classes. So please just use what you learn in these stretches and what you notice in your body as guidelines for when you're outside of class. And relax out there. Now we're going to go into a seated twist. So extend one leg out. Let's go your right leg out. Take your left, cross to the other side, sit tall, and hug it in. And you can use your opposite arm to just brace yourself on the floor and push in. Try to pull yourself a little bit deeper into that twist. If you're fairly mobile here, you can try to like work that elbow onto the knee. Breathing deep, lengthen through your spine as you twist. One more breath here, release and switch sides. Same thing other way. Hug it in, twist around. Working that elbow in as able, gently pulling yourself a little bit deeper. Remember to lengthen. Very good, and relax. All right, let's give a little attention to the upper body. We're gonna go our eagle arms. So let's go your left arm under, right arm over, interlace those hands, push one down, push the other up, opening up the outside of that shoulder area. Good time to close the eyes. Keeping the shoulders over the hips. One more breath here. And relax. Same thing other way. Now the right arm goes under, left arm up. Switching directions. Push down, push up, and breathe. I can feel myself kind of pulling forward, so make sure you still sit tall, sit back, shoulders over the hips. Very good. Let's go your right arm straight up. You'll mirror me on this one. Shin in, elbow bends, reach up, grab that elbow. You can hang out here or add a little bit of side bends here. Include the side body as well. Breathe in to lengthen. Exhale as you stretch to the side. Breathe in and out. Good, a couple more. Fantastic. Same thing other side. Reach up and bend. 5 here. All right, and last one, we're gonna repeat that quad stretch, stretching out after those squats. So let's come onto your side, or if you prefer to be standing, pick a foot to start on, grab that foot, pull it back. This will be our last one for now, but you're welcome to roll onto your back after these quad stretches, stretch out the low back a little bit more, whatever your body's feeling for the day. You can do some chest openers along the doorway. Like I said, there's always so many stretches that we could do. So find the ones that treat your body best. And switching legs. And relax. All right, everybody. Fantastic. Great job today. Thanks so much for being here. Stay hydrated, eat some nutritious food, and we'll look to see you next time.